And the news. So there's a bunch of news items here that we've got. So first off, we've talked about this forever, and it looks like it's happening. UFC 284 in Australia. So when's that? March, April?
February.
February.
UFC actually just officially announced it. February 2nd February of February 11th our time. Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl weekend. So
technically it's on the same day as the Super Bowl.
No, it's the Saturday night our time.
Right.
Technically, if you go Sunday, the fact that it's actually Sunday morning Australia, then yeah.
So what I mean, obviously they haven't announced anything, but what do you think they're targeting for a main event?
Volkanovski.
Okay.
Either defending the featherweight title or lightweight title, which ties into
is your other next
ties
news
into
item,
yeah. Oh, is it? Did I have it listed next? Yeah. Volkanovski. Speaking of Volkanovski, he's going to be he's in Abu Dhabi, as is every other fighter for next week's show.
They're there already. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of. I mean, I know Sterling, Jan, Makhachev, Oliveira. They're all there already. Okay. Most people are, because you got to take, because of when they're, the time they're fighting is nighttime there, but it's daytime here, so you kind of got to adjust your body to, especially being a U.S. guy who would be ready to fight at 11 o'clock at night, and now he's having to fight at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, technically, on body time. So yeah, just adjustments to everything. So, but yeah, Volkanovski is the backup for the main event, and I could see him doing either or. But I'm fairly sure Australia will be him. Maybe Adesanya if he beats Pereira quickly, and will do the 3-month turnaround, because he's a guy who likes to stay active. Yeah. So he could possibly do that, but it's in Perth and it's in an arena, not a stadium. So I could see it just being Volkanovski, because they're gonna sell that out. Regardless. And
Whitaker definitely will be on the card.
Yeah, Whitaker
he fought in September. Yeah.
That's I guess we finally after this pandemic, and everything. It's gonna be interesting. The UFC calendar next year is going to be very, very interesting.
It's too bad we couldn't get that Whitaker on Adesanya match, in Australia in a stadium, and I suppose it's a possibility we could still get it, but
the third fight should be in New Zealand in a stadium. Since they've already done Australia one time in the stadium for that fight. They're both so much bigger stars now. I mean, but Adesanya is technically from New Zealand, and I think Whitaker actually is too. So
okay.
So yeah, that'd make more sense.
All right, Kevin Holland is unretired, which we all knew was going to happen.
We all knew, and like I said, like we talked about it one other week, how I was making fun of people who were actually believing it. But yeah, not only is he unretired, he's got his next fight. He's headlining the Orlando show on December 3rd against Stephen Thompson. So
crazy.
So, yeah.
That's that could be a pretty bad fight.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's hilarious that Kevin Holland was still doing interviews talking about how he was retired up until about 6 hours before the fight was announced.
Oh,
so he was still trying to sell his retirement. And there's still people who were buying it hook, line, and sinker. Which, guys, come on.
I honestly forgot about the fact that he was retired the second you told me about it. And then when I heard he had a fight, and then it was like, oh yeah, didn't he retire? But yeah, we all knew it was going to happen. So right before, or I guess it was before we recorded last week, but we just kind of didn't make the rundown. But I was surprised when I saw it. Aspen Ladd, we've talked about her a lot. She got released by UFC and very quickly picked up by PFL, right?
Yeah, PFL. And
she's gonna be on the pay-per-view?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought I saw that, but maybe it was just in fact, I might have the media release somewhere here in my inbox.
I know she's gonna fight at 145.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just
I was
reading the review.
I was going to say, I know she's going to fight at 145, which is interesting because PFL has been doing the women's at 155.
Yeah.
So are they moving the women's down to 145? We know Kayla Harrison can fight at 145, but her deal with PFL is supposed to be up, and she's supposed to be a free agent and not back. But at the same time, she could always come back for like one-offs, and Aspen Ladd would be a big name for her to fight. So
then Aspen wouldn't have to worry about cutting weight.
Yeah.
I'm reading the press release right now, and there's nothing about a fight. So, I suppose they could still get her on that show. As assuming I would book her at lightweight just to be safe. It's always been bantamweight that she had a hard time making, but didn't she miss at featherweight at one point too, or was having trouble making it?
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
It was Macy.
Macy Chase. Yeah. Only fighter to miss weight at featherweight in the UFC.
Yeah, and there's only one spot on that pay-per-view card, and they said it's supposed to be like a showcase fight. So maybe they do. Maybe it's her. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not part of the tournament, they can easily do it at lightweight, or at featherweight, I should say. I saved some of these press releases just in case we had anything interesting that we wanted to talk about, but not really. I mean, there's one here that we can talk about in a bit. But we've also got Paddy. I don't know what this is about. You just gave me names.
Yeah, I gave you names to because I know what it's all about. Because since I keep track of this stuff during the week far more than you do. But Paddy said he wants to fight December 10th in Vegas.
Okay.
On the UFC 282 card, and it's probably going to happen. No opponent rumored or talked about, but I would assume it'll be a fairly safe opponent for him.
It has to be.
He brought up the name Trey Ogden today. There's some interviews because Ogden's been kind of calling him out, so it wouldn't surprise me if that is a fight that happens.
Okay. I'm sure he'll be in MSG as well to back up Molly. Yeah, and then she'll come over to Vegas as well.
Yeah, that 282 card. I mean, we don't have anything big like official for it, if you got to have something, but you're looking at putting Paddy and Bo Nickel on the card. Possibly both of them on pay-per-view. So that you should
kind of want a big main event for that.
Kind of want you kind of want Jon Jones against Stipe Miocic for that.
Yeah, one. They're running out of time to book that.
Yeah, but
right now what's the date on that?
December 10th. So we're talking 2 months.
2 months, literally 2 months. Yeah,
2 months, and they haven't even officially announced the show or let alone anything. Glover Neary, the rematch, that's being heavily rumored for that show, but that's also still not official.
See, you do that, and then honestly, the real main event's going to be Paddy. I mean, not that people are going to walk out or anything, but Paddy's going to be the guy that he'll get the big reactions. He'll be, doesn't matter who the opponent is.
You think they'd promote him more than Bo Nickel?
I don't. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because Bo Nickel has far more potential to be a bigger star for them.
Well, I think Bo Nickel steals the show.
Yeah.
But I think Paddy will be the one that, as good as Bo Nickel is on the mic, I'm not sure he's got the charisma, but I'm not sure because I haven't seen enough of him. I know Paddy does.
Paddy has the charisma. He does not have the skill to be a champion.
No,
champion, but he can be a big international star for him.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think that the crowd. Yeah, I'm not sure
to him bigger.
Yeah, they're not going to know Bo as well as they're going to know Paddy, but Bo may come out of that as a bigger star.
Yeah, but I think when both of their MMA careers are over with, Bo Nickel's going to be the bigger star of the two.
I don't disagree with you.
And I actually think Bo Nickel will be a UFC champion, where I don't think Paddy Pimblett will be.
No, I mean it's possible, but it's very
lightweight division. Lightweight division for the next 10 years is going to be a murderer's row.
Yeah, and he's not young. I mean, he's young, but he's not he's
got a lot of fight time.
Yeah, 20 fights, I think.
He's got a lot of fight time.
Yeah, and Bo's just getting started. So Alexey, please tell me he didn't retire.
Alexey Olyenik, his UFC deal's up, so he might not be in the UFC anymore. But no official word on retirement, but
That's surprising.
His contract was up. He's lost how many ever fights in a row, and he's 45. So it's not really surprising. So.
No, I didn't. I'm surprised his contract was up. I don't remember hearing that, but maybe that kind of explains that last fight a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it wasn't great. We got some news on 45. And really like 60. We got some news on Frankie Edgar.
Frankie Edgar, we talked about he was going to have his retirement fight at Madison Square Garden. He's got the fight booked. He's fighting Chris Gutiérrez.
So we threw out all these great names and Chris Gutiérrez.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope he wins.
Gutierrez is very good. I think he's.
That's what I mean. Like
6-1-1 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's also a fight where like it's probably could be winnable for Frankie.
Yeah,
where, you want to go on. You want to put him in his last fight as a fight like he may win, he may lose. Whereas if you put him against somebody like a Ricky Simone, like
I wasn't. I was just hoping for like an OG, kind of guy.
Yeah. Dominic Cruz is out of the question, and who else is there? Really?
Yeah, Uriah.
Uriah's not fighting. I don't know that he's going to fight again.
Okay.
Gutierrez,
is he an alpha male guy?
No.
Oh,
he's from Colorado. Plus, they've already done Faber before.
Granted,
it's been years, but
even Swanson, he's fighting this weekend, but
yeah, they've done Edgar and Swanson before. So
yeah, it was fun. King Bobby Green, what's up with him?
Oh, we talked about a couple weeks ago about he was saying that he drug test suspension.
Oh yeah.
He officially got a USADA suspension. It was for 6 months, but it's retroactive to whatever the date was. So he could actually, I think I heard something like he might be able to fight as soon as like November, December. Since it's retroactive, because he only got 6 months. He said he failed for a supplement he bought at Walmart, which fighters don't buy your supplements at Walmart. You'll probably
UFC pay them more. They won't have to shop at Walmart for their supplements.
I'm
just kidding.
Actually, the UFC has a deal with the supplement company.
Okay.
Whereas I think these fighters should be able to get I don't know necessarily free, but discounted stuff, and all they have to do is go to the PI and get whatever the hell they want.
Okay.
They get whatever they want,
and they're not going to fail because that stuff's been tested.
Yeah. They get whatever the hell they want at the PI. They get treatment, supplements, free food, whatever the hell they want. I mean, that's why Las Vegas is packed with fighters all the time. Get all that free shit at the PI.
Yep. So, okay, what's up with Frank Mir? Please tell me this is about his daughter.
Well, it is. It is.
Okay.
Frank Mir wants to have his retirement fight on a show headlined by his daughter. So,
that's
so it's
cool.
it's very possible we could see his daughter headlining a show. Anywhere. I don't think Frank really cares where it's at. Just he wants to fight.
She's just fighting regionals at this point, right?
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe
Bellator could do this easy.
Yeah, maybe LFA does it or something.
LFA. Oh yeah. And Frank Mir fighting LFA. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
So
if he doesn't demand an outrageous payday, I think anywhere it could happen.
They could. I mean, you know what that is like tailor made for. Honestly, is either one or that Ryzen.
Yeah, the problem is he wants specifically the daughter in the main event. So
yeah. Well, I mean, one could put that on like a prime show. I mean, it's not like anybody knows any of the other fighters. Well,
I got a place that could do it. It's Fury FC. That's in Texas all the time.
Yeah, and that's on Fight Pass.
It's on Fight Pass. It's a very, it's a very kind of like well-known regional.
And you can bring in some UFC people, and they can have a nice little tribute for Frank Mir, and it's a nice little showcase for what's his daughter's name? Bella?
Yeah, I mean her destiny is UFC. So
yeah, of course. But she's is she even 18 yet?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when she got started, she was only 16, but she's been fighting a couple of years now, and yeah.
And then you could have Frank fight somebody, some former UFC guy,
There's that guy in Canada that he's a dad of one of the fighters, and he fights like a couple times a year. I'm blanking on his name, but he'll fight anybody, and yeah, he'd be a perfect opponent for Frank Mir, or bring in frickin' Roy Nelson. Like something like that. Frank Mir and Roy Nelson on like a Fury FC card. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Talk about the most random matchup and the most random promotion in the world. That might be it.
Yeah, there you go. And Alistair Overeem. Is this about the Jake Paul fight?
No, he beat Badr Hari.
Oh,
and yeah.
Oh wait, who's Jake Paul fighting?
Anderson Silva.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's no way he's fighting Overeem. Overeem would have 50 pounds on him.
Yeah. So Overeem fought Badr Hari. Really? Is that kickboxing or boxing? Yeah. Kickboxing.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. He's the champion now. But he beat Badr Hari.
Is that Glory
this weekend? Yeah, Glory collision 4. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's Uber Overeem. I saw pictures of him. Oh my god!
When we talk about like all time like greatest combat sport athletes, when you mix in everything, kickboxing and MMA, Overeem, it's got to be up there. I mean,
the only thing missing is that UFC title, but he won Strikeforce, Pride, Dream.
He's been successful everywhere he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it was like had half a stomach, but still beat him. And then he failed.
Just want to talk about that. Him beat Badr Hari and how, impressive that is. And he's just got a super great resume. I saw a lot of people talking about it on social media today, and I wanted to bring that up.